We're back. Did you read the article in the paper or hear that George Bush, the former president, resigned his membership in the National Rifle Association?
Yes, I did, and I certainly give him an awful lot of credit because knowing his past history with the NRA,
right.
it had to take an awful lot for him to give up that membership. I think I have to stress something to you. The leadership of the NRA are the ones that are making policy, not your rank and file. George Bush is a rank and file member. I have been speaking to an awful lot of NRA members, hunters. They have no problem with keeping the assault weapons bill the way it is.
Of course not. Of course not.
So again, it's the leadership and not the rank and file members, and I have no problems with the NRA membership.
Let me ask you here about testifying in this courtroom against this man, Colin Ferguson, and the courage that you had to draw upon to go in there in a very emotional situation, very highly charged situation, and confront not only this man who nearly killed your son and did kill your husband, and tell your story in front of judge and jury. That's a very, very difficult thing to do.
It probably was one of the hardest things in the world that I had to do, but it was something that I have to say worked out for us as survivors on the Long Island Railroad. Here we could face this man that did this terrible tragedy to us, and being that he didn't have a gun in his hand, he was nothing more than a human being, a person. As hard as it was, it kind of alleviated a lot of fears from us.
When something like this happens in your life and you lose people because of the insanity of another human being, tell me about the emotion here. Are you vengeful? Would you like to see him dead?
No, not really. Basically, I've been in nursing for 32 years, and I found out through all those years that to have that kind of hate, I didn't have the time for that. I mean, the first part of the year was taking care of Kevin, and if I tore myself up with hate, I wouldn't have had the energy to do what I had to do. And then seeing him in court, no, I didn't have any hate. And I know that's very hard for people to understand.
No, I can understand that, but I know I've talked to some other people who were in that courtroom who were shot by this man and suffered wounds at his hands, who were very angry at him and had to be contained from striking him physically, from attacking him physically.
Well,
and I can understand that, by the way.
Different people handle things differently. I handle the things that I knew that would work for me, and I lost my temper, I think, once back in January when I saw him on TV for the first time and he was talking about his aches and pains.
Yeah.
And I did blow it up. And I have to say, after that, I made a vow that I wouldn't let him get to me again, because then you only become a victim all over again. And I wouldn't allow that.
By his sentence now, it is inconceivable that this man will ever leave prison. He will spend the rest of his life behind bars. For you, has justice been done? Is that justice now?
In my opinion, I think justice has been done, mainly because the man is paranoia to a certain extent, and to be in jail for the rest of his life, believe me, he's going to suffer every single day that he's there. I think that is true justice for him. And
what's down the road for the McCarthy family, for Carolyn and for Kevin and her family?
Well, eventually, hopefully, I'll get on track with my life, but right now, Kevin is still in rehab. He's still trying to improve each day. I'm certainly taking all my time working on the assault weapons bill, and once we know that's in place, certainly work on it here in New York. But basically, I would really like to get into the education of people that own guns. If you want to own a gun, you've got to learn how to use it.
Have a responsibility.
Have a responsibility with it. I'm certainly not trying to take away handguns, or if you want a gun for your home to protect yourself, that's your right. But learn how to use it and learn the safety of reasons behind it. There's a lot we can do in that area.
Do you have a weapon in your home, ma'am?
No. Okay. No, I don't. I personally wouldn't want a gun in my house.
Carolyn McCarthy, thank you for joining us, and thanks for your smile and your candor and your courage. I appreciate meeting you tonight.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you
Carolyn
very much.
McCarthy, folks, from across the miles at CBS back in New York, back with a program reminder about tomorrow's shows after this message.